In this video, we're going to talk about how to convert a percentage into a fraction, and taking that fraction and making it into simplest form. So we're going to take the fraction, or the percentage, 70%. And when turning that into a fraction, the very first step is that you're going to simply make it a fraction out of 100. So 70% is equal to 70 over 100. This principle will always work as long as your percent is less than 100. Okay? If you're dealing with a percent that is greater than 100, then your denominator here may be different. But for simplest conversion, we're going to talk about percentages less than 100. So 70% is equal to 70 over 100. And now I want to simplify this. And I can tell that both these have an extra 0, meaning they are both a multiple of 10. So we're going to take both those numbers and divide it by 10. Whatever you do to the top, you do to the bottom. So 70 divided by 10 is 7, and 100 divided by 10 is 10. Okay? So we have 7 over 10. Now I know 7 is a prime number. It cannot be divided. It cannot be broken in half or made any smaller. Okay? So I know that that is the simplest form. So I have converted 70% to 7 over 10. Those are all the same number. Okay? Let's do another number. Let's do 60%. Now 60% turned into a fraction over 100 is simply 60 over 100. Now I'm going to simplify that, and I'm going to do the same step as I did up here. I'm going to divide both by 10. Whatever you do to the top, you do to the bottom. 60 divided by 10 is 6. 100 divided by 10 is 10. So we have 6 over 10. Now, 6 is not a prime number, so I have to see if there's anything I can divide both of those numbers by equally. Okay? So 6 can be divided by 2 or 3. 10 can't be divided by 3, so it can be divided by 2. So I can divide both of them by 2. So let's do that. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. And 10 divided by 2 equals 5. So I have taken my 60% and turned it into the simplest form, which is 3 over 5. And we do this because it allows us to work with simpler numbers later down the road on more complicated questions. So that is how to convert a percentage into a fraction.